History 2. Alexandria, the birth of a legend. Long before the glory of Alexander the Great, the Egyptian coast where Alexandria now stands was already known to sailors and traders. The small Egyptian village of Rakotis lay on this shore, while the island of Pharos, famous among seafarers, stood as a guiding landmark. These places were modest but strategic, offering anchorages and natural advantages. When later eyes looked upon this coast, they saw not just a settlement, but the potential for a city that could unite two worlds, the Mediterranean and the Nile Valley. In 332 BCE, during his campaign against Persia, Alexander entered Egypt as a liberator. The Egyptians, weary of Persian rule, welcomed him warmly, even declaring him a son of their gods. Amid this triumph, Alexander's vision turned to the coast. He sought to create a city that would carry his name, a place that would be both a Greek stronghold and a gateway to Egypt. Sources differ whether it was 332 or 331 BCE, but all agree it was Alexander himself who chose the site. The founding of Alexandria was more than an act of conquest. It was a carefully staged ritual. Ancient accounts describe Alexander marking out the city's boundaries with barley meal, a symbolic gesture tying the land to prosperity and abundance. His architect, Dinocrates, designed the city with a perfect grid, stretching between Lake Mareotis and the Mediterranean. Wide streets, harbors, and planned quarters reflected Greek ideals of order and beauty. This was not a city born by accident, but a deliberate creation, blending practical needs with symbolic meaning. After Alexander's death, Egypt fell to Ptolemy the First Soter, one of his trusted generals. Ptolemy saw the promise of this new city and made it his capital. He invested heavily in Alexandria, building palaces, quays, and temples. He diverted Egypt's maritime trade into its harbors, ensuring its prosperity. Alexandria quickly grew into more than a military outpost. It became the beating heart of Egypt, a city where Greek ambition met Egyptian tradition, and where royal patronage fueled its rise as a true metropolis. Engineering soon reshaped the coastline itself. Around 300 BCE, the Ptolemies built the Heptastadion, a massive causeway nearly 1 kilometer long that connected Pharos Island to the mainland. This bold structure divided the waters into two vast harbors, one for trade and another for military use. It was a triumph of ancient engineering, but also a challenge, altering tides and currents. For centuries to come, these harbors would define Alexandria's place as one of the busiest and most important ports in the ancient world. The crowning symbol of the city came soon after. Around 280 BCE, under Ptolemy, the second Philadelphus, the Lighthouse of Alexandria rose upon the island of Pharos. Towering above the sea, it guided ships safely into the harbor. Beyond its utility, it became one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world, admired for both beauty and engineering skill. To all who approached by sea, the shining beacon announced Alexandria, not just as a city, but as a marvel of human achievement. Yet Alexandria was not only about trade and monuments, it was also about knowledge. Under the early Ptolemies, the Museion and its great library were established, drawing scholars, poets, and thinkers from across the known world. Some say Ptolemy I began this vision with Demetrius of Phalerum, while others give credit to Ptolemy II. Either way, the result was the same, a gathering place of wisdom where countless scrolls were collected. The Library of Alexandria stood as a symbol of human curiosity, aiming to preserve all knowledge under one roof. By the 3rd century BCE, Alexandria had become a jewel of the Mediterranean. Under both the Ptolemies and later the Romans, it grew into the empire's second city, rivaled only by Rome itself. It was a place where Greeks, Egyptians, Jews, and many others lived side by side, shaping a cosmopolitan culture unlike any other. Its harbors bustled with ships, its markets overflowed with goods, and its scholars debated ideas that would echo through history. From a small coastal village to a city of wonders, Alexandria fulfilled Alexander's dream, a city that would never be forgotten.